Robin's asking a question. Growing up in the Mormon Church, which she did, she says they teach that their families are sealed to each other in the temple and will be together in heaven. And she said, I remember reading in the Bible, there is no marriage in heaven. Am I correct? What exactly does the Bible say about marriage in heaven?
Yeah, Robin, you're absolutely correct.
Hi, Robin, by the
way. That's out of Matthew chapter 22. And the Sadducees are coming to Jesus, and they give him a story about a woman who was married to 7 brothers. And they ask Jesus whose wife she's going to be in the resurrection. And he says to her in verse 29 of chapter 22, "You're mistaken, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God, for in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels of God in heaven." And so Jesus flatly tells us that there's no marriage in heaven. Actually, there is marriage in heaven. We're married to Jesus. You know, the Bible says that the whole picture of Jesus being a husband and us being an engaged bride, that whole picture is something that is found in the marriage relationship. And so I'm supposed to be like Jesus in the marriage relationship. My wife is supposed to be like the church. And the Bible says that the church is the bride of Christ, the engaged bride of Christ. When you get to the book of Revelation, Revelation 19, it talks about the wife of the Lamb has made herself ready, and the marriage feast has come. And so marriage is literally, well, it can't be literally, but it's a figurative picture of the relationship that we have with Christ up in heaven. And so the only marriage going in heaven is with Jesus and the church, because that's what heaven is about. I have no doubt that I'll be hanging out with my wife and that I'll be hanging out with my kids. But she's not going to be my wife anymore. And the relationship's going to be different. It's not going to be worse. It's going to be better than what I have now. I don't expect that I'm going to love her less or be any less inclined to hang out with her. I think it's going to be better than what I have now, but it's not going to be a marriage. So,
yeah, I was thinking of it. In C.S. Lewis, he talks about this whole idea that sometimes we think when you're that heaven's going to be less than what we have now, and he just gives an example of like, and I would just read it. It says, "The boy who knows chocolate, he knows a positive thing." And it's really a good thing for him. And when he asks, is sex like chocolate? You know, as an adult, you're like, well, no, not exactly. To him, that's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. And I think that sometimes we forget that, in heaven, we feel like, oh, is there no sex? And God's going like, it's different. It's better than that. So
yeah. That's cute, Sonny.